Welcome back to Morley's Market Update. I'm Peter Morley, and today we're breaking down the Q4 2025 Grand Bahama real estate market. This quarter had a mix of slower demand, weaker pricing, and longer selling times, but there were still a couple of bright spots worth pointing out. You can find the full report linked below if you'd like to check it out. Grand Bahama's housing market ended the year with lower buyer activity, even though inventory stayed fairly steady. New listings dipped slightly year over year, but increased from Q3, giving the market a bit more supply heading into the new year. Demand was the biggest change. Contracted sales were down 50% year over year and down heavily quarter over quarter as well, which shows buyers were much quieter this quarter. Completed sales were up about 9% year over year and doubled from last quarter, which is a good sign. But overall, activity is still slower than earlier in 2025. Prices also came down sharply. The average sales price was around $232,000, down more than 60% year over year and also down from Q3. The median sales price came in at $192,500. Also down compared to last year, which suggests the market leaned more affordable this quarter. Homes took longer to sell too. Median days on the market rose to 203 days, which is a sharp jump from the average this market is used to. Lastly, the list to sale price ratio came in at 91.1%, which is still fairly strong despite the drop from last quarter. This shows sellers are holding reasonably close to the asking price even with a slower pace. Now, shifting over to land, Grand Bahama showed a different trend. New listings continued to drop, down year over year and quarter over quarter, meaning less new land inventory entered the market, but buyer activity improved. Contracted sales were up 50% year over year, and also increased from last quarter, which is a positive signal. On the other hand, completed sales were flat year over year, but decreased by one sale from Q3. Pricing stayed low though. The average land sales price was about $44,900, and the median was around $35,000, which keeps land affordable, but also suggests buyers are staying cautious. Land took longer to sell, with median days on the market at 251 days, but the list to sale price ratio improved to 90.8%, which is a solid number and shows sellers aren't giving away prices too easily. Before we wrap up, if you enjoyed this breakdown and want to keep up with what's happening across the Bahamas real estate market, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. So overall, Grand Bahama Homes saw a quieter demand and lower pricing with longer selling times. But however, land inventory came down, buyer activity improved, and pricing remains affordable, which could attract more interest going into 2026. Thanks for tuning into Morley's Market Update. I'll see you in the next one.